Yo, 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 it's your Barbie King in the building, and if you're watching this, it's because you know a pee-wee. Hey, we're going to jump right into it. Lilith in the 10th house. What is the zodiac ruler? Capricorn. What is the ruling planet? Saturn, the planet of restriction. We're going to jump right into it, baby. Hey, so childhood, right? It's a high probability that either your mother or father, or if I'm thinking it was your father, but your mother could have displayed more of the masculine characteristics of like more of like ambition and things like that. Not saying women can't be ambitious, but you get the point, right? She could have installed this, he or she could have installed these characteristics in you, like, hey, or these values into you, like, hey, you need to work hard for what you want, and they pushed you to be the best that you can possibly be, right? It could have been a situation like that, or it could have been, hey, you just had to grow up really fast, right? Maybe you grew up and you had younger siblings and you pretty much had to take care of them. You know, you had to play that mother or father role. Maybe it's just that there were things that just happen in your life that maybe your mother was on drugs, or your father was on drugs, or and you had to just learn to take care of yourself, right? It could have been a plethora of things, but those are just it's many other possibilities, but these are just some possibilities I'm just throwing at you guys, so you take that, right? Now, with that being said, say for example, if you had a family member, or if you had your caretaker, if they were more domineering, tyrannical, and they were more demanding, and they pushed you to be better, right? That comes with it comes with some negatives. So you probably felt like you were unloved. You probably felt alone. You probably felt unseen, unheard, unfelt. You know what I'm saying? You probably felt like they were cold, calculating, manipulative, selfish, controlling, like I said, tyrannical, domineering, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So that, even though it taught you these things, taught you growing up like this, taught you this the importance of focus and drive and ambition and things like that. In your childhood, you didn't feel you didn't feel loved. Like they could have been like, hey, you need to if you work in it, I'm letting you know right now, I'm teaching you this, so later on you won't have to go through stuff but it's like, though maybe your parents meant well, they may have, the way they put the information out, like I said, children, we're like sponges. Especially when you're from like 0 to 5, you're just like a sponge to information. Like that's where that's where most of your paradigms come from. And that area 0 to 5, that's like probably your most impressionable period, arguably, right? So when your parents running this down your throat, right, or you're forced to take on this more leadership role, this more of a parent role for maybe your parent, because maybe they're strung out on drugs, maybe your father's strung out on drugs, maybe no one's around, you just got to take care of your brothers and sisters. That does something to you a little bit. That taints your childhood. You know what I'm saying? So you're automatically having to grow up fast and just having to take on, no matter what position you came up in, the examples I named, no matter what example you come up under, you still had to grow up fast in some capacity, right? So that made you feel unlovable. It made you feel, even though you come up with these strong characteristics and to make it in life, probably good chance you probably just feel unloved. You feel like you were just unseen, and you just felt alone, honestly. So that's childhood, right? Now I'm gonna talk about the positives, right? What you have in Lilith in the 10th house, aka with Capricorn, having Capricorn characteristics in this house, right? That energy is going through this house. You are a natural leader. People can depend on you. Male or female, people can depend on you to get things done and to focus and to take the necessary steps to get something done, right? You just are that. You were just a true leader. People want to follow you. They trust your judgment. They trust your ideas, and they trust that you'll be committed from the beginning to the end of the project. That's because, first of all, that is characteristic of Capricorn, period. If they start something, they're going to finish it to the end. I got a little bit of a bad, y'all. Like I said, Capricorns, they finish things they start something, they're going to finish it. So people actually see you as just this leader, this person who because you have Lilith with this placement, it also brings more magnetic attraction to you. You ooze this energy that people can feel. They're almost like, I'm not going to say they're like obsessed with you, but they just know it's something about you that's trustworthy, that they know they can follow you, right? So they know this about you. Whether you feel like that's about you, whether you feel like that's like one of your characteristics, it is one of your characteristics. If you don't know that, you will find out as you start to grow more into yourself. This is a superpower you have. All right. Now, let's go. Now, very responsible. You're very, very organized. This just taps back into the point I just made, right? Very responsible. You know how to set things up. You know how to, you just know how to, you know how to bring, you just know how to bring things together. You know how to smooth out chaos. Like if you come into an environment that's really chaotic and it's not meshing well, you know how to make this, you know how to take the steps necessary to bring that chaos in, right? Now, you may not always do it in the most calmest of ways, but you get it done, right? So you like, hey, this needs to get done, this needs to get done, this needs to get done, which brings me into my next point. With you being a leader, with you being a person who's a mover and a shaker in life, right? You may come off as tyrannical. You may come across as domineering, like probably one of your caretakers or your caretakers were, right? You may come across as a person who's just no nonsense, ruthless and cold, and is just selfish when they're going for what they need. Or if you guys have tunnel vision towards something, you could rub other people the wrong way sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's awareness. Like I say, again, it's awareness. Be aware that sometimes it's okay to calm down and not be such a, you do this, you do that, and you do that. Remember, Lilith is all about impulse. So when you feel like somebody is going against maybe your authority, right, in the workplace or whatever you may be over, you may honestly feel this. No, yeah, you may honestly feel this like somebody's like it's a hit out against you. But that's not it. That might not be it. It just might be they have a different opinion and they want to insert their opinion. But a lot of times, because you guys can be stubborn, you don't want to let other people in to give their input, right? You think that your way and my way is the right way, right? But it's just awareness, though. Like I said, you guys are great leaders and people trust your centeredness. They trust you have a stabilizing effect on people. So just don't use that to be tyrannical and domineering. You know what I'm saying? Use that for good. Use that for the higher good, you know? So let's see. Now, though you guys get a lot of things done and you are focused, you're driven, you have ambition, right? You may use this as a scapegoat. You may use this as an escape. I don't know if I said scapegoat in the right context, but y'all get the, you might use this as an escape to get away from how you truly feel, the feelings that you got from childhood. So instead of you really sitting by yourself and facing that pain that you dealt with in childhood, going through that trauma to actually heal those parts of you so you can move through life in a more healthier fashion, you may just go, oh no, I got this project I need done. I need to figure out what I need to do for tomorrow. I need to make this checklist. I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Beware of falling into that. Because eventually I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to break eventually. That's anybody with no matter what placement. If you're holding back, that energy, that trauma has to go somewhere, right? That energy has to go somewhere. And eventually it's going to leak out. It's going to leak out or explode. It's just one of them. And I'm telling you right now, neither one you want, right? So just be aware of when you start to feel those feelings of, man, I'm not lovable. I'm not this. I'm not that. Just be aware of those feelings, which brings me into my next point. In love, because you felt unlovable, you may be emotionally unavailable. You may push people away. Say, for example, you get into a relationship and they do something that you deem as like, oh, this is not, or just something that you view as a red flag. You are quick to cut somebody off. You are quick to just cut yourself off from love completely. You'll be talking to somebody maybe for a couple of days and you see one thing that you don't like and you may cut them off completely. And they may not have meant it like that. That's why communication is so important and you hearing them out is important. I'm not saying just be letting negative people in your life, right? And letting them do whatever they want. No. And what you have Lilith in Capricorn, you're not going to let people do that anyway, but allow people to to prove themselves, Don't just cut them off automatically, you know what I'm saying? I understand you went through things. We all have, no matter what placement you have, which could make you emotionally available, right? Unavailable. But just give people a fighting chance. If you really want love inside your life, you got to be willing to let people in, right? So that's what when it comes to romantic love. With your family and friends, however, you are very, very loving, very, very, I'll say this. I'm gonna just say this. They are your family members and friends. They know this about you as well. Just like people who are just acquaintances, people know this about you. You have a strong centeredness to you. Like I said earlier, you are able to rein chaos in and bring it into a calm place. So if your friend maybe calls you like, hey, I've been going through this and the third, even though you may not really be taking the advice that you're giving them, I'm not to attack you because you might be, but even if you're not able to take the advice that you're giving them, you still give them sound, pragmatic, practical advice, which they appreciate you for, whether it's his family or friends. You know what I'm saying? So that you are a great partner. Whether it's romantic, once you actually let somebody in, you in. And so it may be hard for you to trust again if they betray your trust. But hey, listen, that's what life is about. Friends, family, whatever. It may be hard for you to let people in after they hurt you. But that is what life is about. You go through things. That's just how it goes, right? But I'm gonna say this. Going through life just running away from being afraid, or just running away from love, or running away from things because you're afraid of being hurt, that's no way to live. We are on earth to have experiences, and this has nothing to do with any placement. This has something to do with you just being a human. We're here as souls, right? In human bodies to have experiences. Don't spend your whole life running away from something that could be so beautiful for you. Yes, it can all crumble. Yes, it is. It's nerve-wracking it can be nerve-wracking to, just want to give your heart out there, put your heart out there, right? To anybody, whether it's romantic, like I said, romantic, friendship, family, whatever it may have you. It can be nerve-wracking to want to put yourself out there, but understand this. Whatever they do that has nothing to do with you. That has something to do with them. So Lilith in Capricorn, I'm sorry, my words are just going crazy right now. Lilith in Capricorn. Understand that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay. Okay? So. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to go with the tips, right? Number 1. Relax. Lilith in Capricorn, or I would say this. It's not really Lilith in Capricorn. It's really Capricorn. That energy can make you have a fear of failing because you have these high ambitions. You just want to push forward and you want to grow, and that's beautiful, right? But understand it's okay to relax sometimes and have a good time. It's okay to just calm down and just have a day to where you're not really doing much. You're not lazy because you take a couple of days off. Even a week, sometimes you just need to take some time off before you burn out, you feel me? Now, for the people who have these huge goals, right, and things like that, maybe if you're having trouble with these ideas coming to fruition, maybe you need to get a mentor to help you put these ideas into concrete, pretty much, so you can actually go for whatever you choose to go for. Just because you have Lilith in Capricorn, that doesn't mean you have it all figured out. People on the outside may be like, oh, this person has it all figured out, but understand this. You know you. So just get you a mentor, get you somebody who you trust and that will hold you accountable, and then do the doggone thing. Okay? Number 2, be willing to dive into your pain. This goes back into what I was saying earlier. Be willing to dive into that pain. It's okay. It's okay to have those trust issues. It's okay to have those feelings of uneasiness, like nobody cares. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to be this power. You don't have to be this just gung-ho machine. I'm going for all. You don't have to do that. Your family can see through that. Your friends, the people who truly love you, can see through that still demeanor that you have, right? It's okay. It's okay to have some people, some safe people that you trust to tell to talk to about your hurt and your pain, your trauma. That's okay. Okay? Keep hustling. Keep going for what you want in life. But just when those feelings come up, don't try to run from them and like, oh, I need to keep working. I need to figure out. Relax. Breathe. Okay. Let's see. Third one, let's see. Be a helping hand to those who may need your help, right? Again, learn to listen to other people's opinions. You may think that what you are saying is right because you're you. You may think that that's just the only way, but that's not the only way. You gotta understand, what you have in Lilith and Capricorn, like I said, you have this stabilizing effect to others, whether you know it or not, whether you believe this or not. And there are people that look up to you. I want to bet you there are people that look up to you, and they want to know how you do what you do, right? So don't be so ruthless and single-minded with you going towards your goals that you're just stubborn to, you know what I'm saying, helping somebody out. They could be a ticket to help you out. You help them and they're like, hey, well, I know this other person that you know, say you into photography. They're like, oh, well, you help them out. They're like, you know what? Hey, there's this other person I know. You'd be surprised. I'm going to say this. You'd be surprised at what kindness will do. Humility will do. Empathy will do. You talk to this person and you really give them your undivided attention and show them genuinely that you want to help them. In my opinion, a famous person told me this. People don't care about what you know until they know about how much you care about them. If you show them true empathy, that person could be like, hey, I know you're doing this photography business. I got a friend who's, he knows this guy he could be, I don't know. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? I could give you more connections. You just never know. I'm not saying do it because of that, but I'm saying like, just be willing to help other people out. You know what I'm saying? You don't always know. You don't always have all the answers. You don't. Shout to you. And last thing. Last thing. Meditate. That's going to give you the awareness you need. I'm going to keep ramming meditation into every video. Meditate. Meditate to become more aware. Trust me. You will start to feel this no matter what placement you have. You will be more in tune to the things that you know that you need to heal through. Trust me. You will. I'm not telling you something I don't know. Meditate. Listen, I hope I helped y'all out. It's your boy became the building. If you watch this, it's because you're not a peewee. You never were. And remember. You ain't got to fix nothing about you. Heal through it. Feel through it. That's how you get through it. Feel to heal it. You ain't got to fix jack. I love you. Lilith in the 10th house. Let's go, man. Let's get busy.